Hi, and welcome to my new series, A Skeptic Reads the Hadith. I decided to do this parallel to my series, A Skeptic Reads the Quran, because the Quran is not the full story. Because many Muslims hold the Hadith in the same regard as they do the Quran. It's just as important to them as the Quran is. So what is the Hadith? Well, the Hadith is a collection of sayings and deeds of Muhammad, collected together from various sources over several years. And I'm going to be reading from this collection of hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari, because it is widely regarded by many Muslims to be one of the most reliable collections of hadith, and I feel that it's important that we, in order to get a bigger picture of what Islam is all about, as well as reading the Quran, we need to read the Hadith as well. And also I'm doing it for me, because when I did my dissertation on Islam, I bought this to help me with my dissertation, and I just read a few passages to help me with my dissertation, and then it went back on the shelf and it's been gathering dust ever since. And I've always wanted to read it, but I just haven't had the motivation to do so. But I figured if I record myself reading it and post it on YouTube, that will give me motivation to continue reading it. So here we go. A skeptic reads the Quran, and I've got and also just one more thing. I've got a timer going. I've been watching some of my previous videos and I've realised that I tend to go on a bit. So from now on I'm very strictly going to limit myself to 10 minutes. So when the timer goes off, I'll wrap things up. So without further ado, let's begin this epic journey through the Hadith.
If I could begin that, because there's a lot of blur here, yada yada yada. Right.
So here we go with the Book of Revelation, Chapter 1. How the divine inspiration started to be revealed to Allah's messenger, and the statement of Allah, "Verily, we have inspired you, O Muhammad. We inspired Noah and the prophets after him." Okay, verse 1. Umar bin al-Khattab said, "I heard Allah's messenger saying, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions, and every person will get the reward according to what he has intended. So whoever emigrates for worldly benefits or for a woman to marry, his emigration will be for what he emigrated for." And there's a handy footnote for this one. The Prophet said this on the occasion of someone's emigration from Mecca to Al-Medina, which was not for the sake of Islamic cause, but to marry a woman who had stipulated that he should emigrate if he wanted to marry her. Anyhow, this hadith implies a general principle, i.e. one is rewarded for his deeds according to his real intentions, and not according to his actual deeds, which might be good in themselves, but were motivated by an ill intention. Okay. By the way, just glancing at the time, 4 minutes. By the way, I'm not going to do too much commentary. For the most part, I'm going to let the hadiths speak for themselves, but I will pause to comment if I feel it necessary. Okay, so verse 2, narrated Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers, Al-Harith bin Hisham, asked Allah's messenger, "O Allah's messenger, how is the divine inspiration revealed to you?" Allah's messenger replied, "Sometimes it is revealed like the ringing of a bell. This form of inspiration is the hardest of all, and then this state passes off after I've grasped what is inspired. Sometimes the angel comes in the form of a man and talks to me, and I grasp whatever he says." Aisha added, "Verily I saw the Prophet being inspired divinely, and noticed the sweat dropping from his forehead on a very cold day as the inspiration was over." Verse 3, narrated Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers, the commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's messenger was in the form of righteous, good, true dreams, which came true like bright daylight, and then the love of seclusion was bestowed upon him. He used to go in seclusion in the cave of Hira, where he used to worship Allah alone continuously for many nights before returning to or his desire to see his family. He used to take with him the journey food for the stay, and then come back to his wife Khadija to take his food likewise again, till suddenly the truth descended upon him while he was in the cave of Hira. Okay, so, but we only have his word that it happened like this, because as we've just discovered, he was in seclusion. He was there on his own. But let's press on. The angel came to him and asked him to read. The Prophet replied, "I do not know how to read." The Prophet added, "Then the angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard that I could not bear it any more. He then released me and again asked me to read, and I replied, 'I do not know how to read.' Thereupon he caught me again and pressed me a second time till I could bear it, so I could not bear it any more. Then he released me again and asked me to read, but again I replied, 'I do not know how to read, or what shall I say, or what shall I read?' Thereupon he caught me for the third time and pressed me, and then released me and said, 'Read in the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists, has created man from a clot. Read! And your Lord is the most generous.' Then Allah's messenger returned with the inspiration and with his heart beating severely." Okay, I'll leave it there. You can make of that what you will. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this first instalment of Sceptic Reads the Quran, and thanks for watching. And if you'd like to hear more, then do subscribe. Until next time, bye for now.